Welcome to Paradise League Tournament round 2 of the qualifiers here, or semifinals here. And we have Straight Out of My Bed versus Hmnos Yaipen. Last game, Straight Out of My Bed taking the victory. So the score now 1-0 for this round. Banning start, I'm here with my good friend Thickles, who has a lot of experience playing Midwars and is an incredibly funny, handsome guy. And yeah, here you go. Here to talk about the bands for you. Go ahead, take it away.
All right. So as we can see, HY has banned War Chief. We saw last game, War Chief was doing a lot of work, a lot of damage. So they don't want that again. They saw, all right, Straight Out of My Bed, you guys are good at War Chief. We're getting rid of that for you. But apart from that, we can see the hooks are banned. Very usual. I think most of the tournament hooks have been banned. My opinion is mostly, I think most teams know that a hook can change the entire game. All you need is one player to be really good, and you can win a game with the hooks. So they're getting rid of that. They don't want that. I'm surprised they did not ban Bihi. So we're going to see Bihi again. Actually, no, Bihi on... They said, wow, we're taking Bihi this time. HY... going with that, okay.
Yeah, so Beaky and Tort, common picks every single time, first picks. I mean, we're seeing it all of this entire tournament. Exactly. So it's like starting to get a little repetitive at this point.
Yep. But hey, that's
I guess that's a high stakes Midwars tournament for you. Exactly. Everyone trying to get like the most quality initiations and stuns and balance of physical and magic.
And we'll see the Defiler come out. Again, very, very good pick. A lot of physical damage with Defiler because of that ult. Plus, very tanky. So it's a tank and a physical damage dealer all in one.
Yeah, and then you got the Alonia coming out with a lot of magic AoE harassment to counter the Torture and the Defiler. Saying, okay, if you guys want to spam, we're going to spam as well. With the Bihi and the Alonia combo. And then D-Sham, a very common pickup, a very strong pickup. A lot of winners have had a D-Sham on their team this tournament. So you can see Hayabusa saying, okay, we want to pick up the D-Sham and try and secure another win with him this game.
Yep, I think D-Sham is an excellent pick right now against that Defiler. D-Sham ult can just make Defiler ult do a lot less damage for that entire team fight.
I never thought about that. That's a really good point.
Exactly. Plus, just the man has a lot of other good parts about him. He has a heal that can hit the entire team. He has a semi-revive ability. Pretty good. And a single target stun. He is one or if not the best support in Midwars.
And why do you think that is? Do you think it's because of the bait ability maybe? Like everyone thinks that they're going to get a kill that they're not necessarily going to get a kill with. It's like a heal that's not seen until it's too late.
I think he just has so much utility. He can heal a lot. His heal is on a 6-second cooldown. That's very low for a heal. So he can just keep healing. It also does damage. It's like a Jera heal, but for the entire team. It's really strong. His ult can make a lot of the physical damage dealers just deal even more damage. You can combo that with like a Pestilence in some more casual games and just have the enemy team have like 50 less armor than they're supposed to have. It's
so what counters D-Sham?
D-Sham, so D-Sham, that's the thing, he doesn't have many weaknesses. Like, he has a stun, he has a really strong heal. Like, the only thing is that he doesn't scale very well, except for his ult because of the armor. He doesn't scale very well into late game, but because of the items you can get, all the other things you can get, like, he ends up being pretty strong. He doesn't scale, but he doesn't do like Nymph, where he becomes like basically just a walking stun. Like, he still has other uses.
And he can still auto attack. Like, I've seen D-Sham's builds semi-carry sometimes and actually do a lot of damage.
Yeah, surprisingly a lot of damage.
So you see that Straight Out of My Bed picks up a Rhapsody pick here. Very, very strong support. One Shrunken Head and you can keep your whole team alive. So
Exactly. So one thing about Straight Out of My Bed, it's I don't know what their strategy is yet, or I think we're gonna see, but they don't have many stuns. Like they have a Rhapsody single target and the Torturer stun. Torturer stun is hard to hit sometimes. You need more of you need someone to set it up usually to hit it. It's hard to just hit it straight out of just straight up like that because of the wind up time. Rhapsody only single target, and Defiler and Armadon don't have a stun. Stuns wins games in Midwars. It's the best way to win a game is just to have a bunch of stuns because the carry can't do anything. The carry can't carry, and the supports can't support if they can't do anything. That's usually the thought process behind that.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, so interesting to see an Armadon pick up. Armadon's very strong early game and late game if he scales properly. He can go and just create so much space for the team. But up against the D-Shim, who can kind of, like you said, like make that physical damage, not it's just like I'm not sure if Armor was the best pickup here, but I think that it's going to be a very strong pick early game if he can create enough space and they can take that first tower early. Like what I'm seeing, what I'm predicting with this team from Straight Out of My Bed on Hellborn side is an early tank from Armadon in front of the first tower, like pushing beyond the first tower, and Defiler coming in with that ult level 6 and just taking that first tower with all the space in the world. And that's what I'm seeing coming from Hellborn side.
I think for early game Legion's gonna have a very hard time killing a lot of the Hellborn because of the Defiler, Armadon, and Rhapsody. But I don't. Again, for right now, I think Legion's picks are better than Hellborn's picks right now. All Elonia can grab a Sunder, and Defiler and Armadon suddenly ain't so tanky no more.
Yeah, valid point. Very valid point. Yeah, I think that's going to be the pickup too. So we're going to see some interesting strategies here being used. I think that Shadowblade is also a very tanky carry coming in here. So you can see Hellborn really pushing the strength, going for dominating in strength and really trying to take that early river control.
Yeah, so Shadowblade, as I think most people know, he can be any one of the 3 attributes. So he can go any one. I believe the meta, unless it's changed, is agility. I don't know if that's where they're gonna go. Maybe might go intelligence. I don't think so. I think he's gonna try to go a lot of agility and just do a lot of damage.
Real quick, Rhapsody warding might get caught out here by 3 of the Legion. Midas trying to get a stun off on the Rhapsody. The Rhapsody using the heal and getting backed up from his team will make it out just fine. So just a little bit of dancing here. Rhapsody getting off a ward, but D-Sham knowing that the ward is in place. And that's what I was talking about, kind of walking around the map early, seeing if the supports are warding, seeing if the ward was used, and that's that high-level gameplay. So they saw the Wrap out of position, noticed that they placed the ward, easily picked up the counter and countered it. Before the game even started, there was a ward and a rev and a counter whole placed, the whole dance.
So that Rhapsody tried to do a bit what I talked about last game. She tried to use her ward before the enemy team saw her. It almost backfired, and I mean it kind of did because they don't have a ward anymore, but at least they didn't get first blood. But she tried to be there first, no one saw her, no one knows where the ward is.
Behe coming down at the stun on Defiler. Midas doing a lot of AoE damage on top. Rhapsody trying to keep the Defiler alive. Defiler countering with some damage on Midas, both walking away with a little bit of HP, but Alonia will fall.
There's the tankiness we were talking about, but that almost was good for Legion. As you can see, Hellborn doesn't have any stuns. They have 1 AoE stun. That's not very strong.
Yeah, that first blood goes to Rhapsody, and Rhapsody able to pick up the Sackstone. Hellborn really kind of taking a little bit of domination in the river, saying you might have the stun and the harass, but we've got the heal and the strength, so we're gonna just have a little bit of room control here. They're able to get the Merrics, get the rune top. And I think that they're going to continue to have rune domination here with the Armadon in the middle of the river. So I think until Midas gets a PK, it's going to be tough for Legion to get any runes, even with the Bihi stun, which is interesting to see.
Yeah, no. I mean, one of the advantages that Armadon has is that he can sit in a river while the rest of his team is back and not die. And the enemy team won't initiate on him because they know if we try to kill this guy, it's not gonna work. He's just too tanky.
So Bihi coming in on a stun on the Shadow Blade, getting with harassed with follow-up by Moa's Acid Cocktail and Midas's AoE. But it's not going to be enough. Shadow Blade too tanky, especially with the Rhapsody heal, is able to walk away just fine. So now there's a haste rune, and again, Bihi trying to get some stuns off isn't going to do much. Armadon able to just walk around and grab whatever rune he wants here. This early strength is really providing a lot of dominance on the Hellborn side, and with that early Merrick's rune every single time, it's a pretty interesting strategy. They're like, okay, we're just gonna focus on the early domination of the river, get the rune every time, and then we can scale, and that's pretty smart. Moa kind of overextended a little bit, baiting out, is gonna walk away just fine with the help of his D-Sham. Arma, trying to get that kill, actually ended up overextending himself and will fall for it, and so will the Bihi though. So for a 1-for-1 exchange on that, that's Defiler trying to make it back to safety, but getting chased by the Midas with the help of Rhapsody stun is going to make it out just fine. So yeah, good play by both teams.
Yeah, we saw Chalfa right now playing Midas. He did very well there. Oh, there's another fight, I think.
Armadon getting caught out by the stun, and with the Midas follow-up, and with another D-Sham stun and Alonia follow-up, 4-on-1.
Yep. But we saw the Chalfa's Midas. I played with him. I played against him yesterday. He plays a very, very good Midas. Right now, he's like as we saw in that first fight, they were probably gonna get that pick. He was like, "Nope, I'm gonna stun 3 of you right there. You guys aren't gonna do anything." And then they got a pick right after.
Yeah, he is. He did do a great job yesterday, and we're seeing some of that great gameplay again today. So Bihi with another stun here, trying to lock down 3. Rhapsody trying to heal the same 3 that got locked down, is able to do that just fine. Alonia providing a little bit of harassment. Moa also trying to harass, but Arma able to grab the haste rune again just fine.
Yep. Arma with haste is very, very strong. He can run in, just start harassing. They can't really catch him. Too tanky. He's just gonna run away. We're gonna see if he manages to do a play, or he's just gonna sit there and harass him like good. All right. Let me see what's going on right here. Yeah, you see, Legion, surprisingly, they're actually no, not surprisingly, they're standing back. They can't do anything against the Armadon and the Defiler. They're just too tanky. The Rhapsody heals also are just keeping that up. Armadon's passive is so strong. You can combo it with armor, and
Armadon with a beautiful lockdown, and Midas with a nice follow-up. Moa with a stun on the Armadon, trying to keep him locked down, and then Bihi coming in with an ult, trying to do a lot of damage. Will take 1, but surprisingly, Hellborn hanging in there for a while. Then Alonia coming in, doing a lot of harassment. With the help of Moa, will take another 2. So the score now 5-5, each trading 1-for-1 kill here. Both teams playing phenomenally, harassing, stunning, healing, warding, lots of action going on back and forth. Everyone playing aggressive, no one's scared. Love to see it. Hellborn still does have river domination purely because of Armadon and the strength control, but other than that, Legion is really keeping up here. Moa with 2 kills, Ozma playing fantastic. And like you said earlier, Midas with the beautiful stuns, following up with Bihi every single time.
Yep, it's a very great team synergy. Oh, and I think Armadon's going to get caught again. Are they going to get him? I don't think so. He manages to survive. Again, Armadon is just so beefy, he's just so tanky. And we saw that last fight. We saw the advantages of both teams. Their strategies. So Hellborn's going more, okay, we don't care about stuns necessarily, but we are tanky. We are not going to like just take that much damage. and it worked. We saw that Armadon stayed alive for a very long time. But again, we saw the advantages of Legion with all their stuns, all of that harassment. They both managed to get their picks during that fight.
And you can see like Torture is trying to counter harass here, Defiler is trying to counter harass here, but it's just not as much, you know. And it's just kind of a back and forth battle between both, and both supports also playing a fantastic job keeping everyone alive. Every single time there's harassment coming, Rap is dropping the dance floor, and every single time someone is low, Dsham is ready with a heal and a cape. So great eyes and awareness by both supports here.
Yeah, both support players making me want to play support.
They got the wards in the river. You know, they've got vision top and bottom. Everyone knows exactly what's happening at what time. Everyone aware and just like ready. And it's just, you know, 5-5, such an even fight. Behe coming in with a huge initiation, stunning 2. Alonia with a nice ult on top. But Behe gonna get stuck. Shadowblade leaping in, not scared, with a beautiful tablet and ult by Rhapsody. Will keep the Shadowblade alive. Exchanging 1 for 0 on that, and I thought Shadowblade was gonna fall, but what a tablet by Defiler and huge ult by Rhapsody to save the Shadowblade and exchange 1 for 0 on that. Hellborn coming out on top, even though Behe with the huge initiation and Alonia with a great follow-up with Midas. All of this hard work for what? For nothing.
Yeah.
For nothing. For your own death. That was crazy.
Yeah. Oh. I was Defiler picking up that tablet is so good. Now she can tablet people out because they see Behe keeps isolating one person, and so Defiler was like, "All right, you want to do that? I'm gonna get a tablet. Now you can't do that anymore."
And you know, like Shadowblade being so low and Rhapsody just perfectly timing that ult was just so nice to see.
Yep.
Alright, Legion with an initiation, but Shadowblade not stared, actually manning up against the initiation, keeping Midas in trouble. Moa forced to use the ult on Midas to keep him alive. Dsham also forced to use the cape. Everyone on Legion in trouble, retreating back while they can. Hellborn kind of showing their dominance and aggressiveness here, saying, hey, you know, we're going to push up on you guys, even though you're trying to initiate on us, and even though you're trying to harass us, we're going to push up on you guys and tell you that's not okay.
Yeah, I mean, we can see, that slowly Hellborn's getting tankier and tankier. And against what I thought, Shadowblade is going strength right now. I thought he was going to go agility. No, he is going strength. He is like, all right, my entire team's going to be tanky. I'm going to be tanky too. We're all going to be unkillable. They can't do anything about it.
Yeah, it just makes sense because he can like leap and steal strength from Armadon at any point and just be very, very tanky. And the fact that Alonia is not rushing the Sunder here, in fact, I think she just might have picked up a Gnomes. The fact that she's not rushing the Sunder, these tanks are walking around doing whatever they want. And you know, we were hoping to see a Sunder get picked up early, and that did not happen. So beautiful stun there on Torture, locking him down. Nice follow up by Midas, and with the Moa Acid, able to get the pick there with Alonia's help and take out, making the score 6-6, even game. Legion staying in this fight.
Yeah. Again, the Hellborn side strategy is we don't care about stuns. All we want is to not die, because it doesn't matter how many seconds you stun us. If you don't kill us during that time, we can fight back.
What carry item do you think Moa is going to go here? Do you think he's going to pick up a Nullifier, or do you think he's going to go Shieldbreaker?
Well, he went Ghost Marchers, which usually is not an item you would go in Midwars. And I think the fight is starting.
Looks like Hellborn with the beautiful initiation by Torture. They're catching the Behe and the Midas. Behe trying to make it out alive. Will be a beautiful stun and counter initiate, catching 3 on the Legion side there. What a freaking initiation, catching Rhapsody. Shadowblade and Defiler taking them all out by Behe, counter initiating. When he thought he was going to get caught, he manned up instead. Arma trying to make it out. Will get caught by 4 and will not make it out alive. The score now 10-7 in Legion's favor. Torture in trouble, trying to get 1 before he falls. Will also fall to 4, making the score now 7-11 in favor of Legion. Wonderful play by Behe there. I mean, Hayabusa, fantastic play to go back into the fight after you had no HP, all balls against 3 and take him out. Love to see it. Balls to the walls.
You see that These are good players. They look at their health and they're like, all right, I have this much health. I'm still gonna go in. I prefer that my team gets 2 picks, even if I die.
What a fight!
Yeah, that. But I think maybe Hellborn now realizes they can't initiate it right now. They just can't. They thought they could, they can't. So they have to they're probably gonna keep playing a bit more defensive, a bit more how they were playing before that initiation. Try to like get it even bulkier, tankier, and then they're gonna try again.
Now, I am surprised that Arma is just not able to create space here because they have no Sunder and they're still wiping them down. Like nothing's happening. Like,
well,
maybe Arma is just not positioning himself to create enough space here.
Well, the thing is that he wasn't able to get far ahead enough during that fight, so he got caught with the rest of his team. What you want is Armadon to get caught alone, or get strong enough where he's too much of a threat for you to not do anything about. Which I think we're gonna start seeing soon. He picked up that barrier. Once he gets a bit more strength, a bit more items, I think it's gonna be very hard for Legion to ignore him.
Right now, Legion with Ozma playing Master of Arms, sitting at 6-0, at 12 minutes in is very, very good. Like none of the other heroes have 6 kills, let alone 6-0. So having a Master of Arms in that position is very unfortunate for Hellborn. And Legion going to take advantage of that. Behe coming in with a huge initiation. Will take out 2. Rhapsody and Defiler falling instantly with the acid, and the follow-up by Midas and Alonia with the magic damage. Dsham doing a phenomenal job making sure that she's aware of when to time these ults, drop the armor on the Hellborn team, and making it just so easy to wipe them so fast. Yep. So Hellborn trying to counter-initiate and push up here, but not able to do so. Legion walking away with not only the regen rune, but doing a little stun damage on top. So Hellborn still trying to apply pressure. Dsham in trouble, but Behe manning up, applying pressure himself. Will stun. Midas trying to keep, Moa trying to keep him alive. Will throw the ult shield on Behe, but it won't be enough. Behe's going to fall. Dsham in a little bit of trouble, escaping behind tower. Will not make it out alive. Arma manning up with the help of Defiler and Shadowblade are going to start getting kills on the Legion side. Legion realizing Defiler ult is about to end are going to start trying to retreat now. Shadowblade trying to retreat, maybe get a kill here on Behe before he does, but will not be able to do it. So score now 14-11. Shadowblade trying to make it out.
Yep.
Will make it out just fine. What key takeaways do you take away from that fight, Nicholas?
So during that fight, a few key notes. We saw that Behe fumbled a bit during that last initiation. He tried to initiate on the team, on the Rhapsody, except he didn't realize that his entire team was being hit by the Armadon. They were dealing with that fat, beefy guy in the back, and he tries to go in. So that's why they end up losing that one. However, you saw earlier just like how strong it is to have these stuns and like this initiation on Behe. As soon as he gets BA, he can just run in and just kill the squishies. And after that, well, the rest of the team can't do much without that Torture and that Rhapsody. They're not strong enough right now to ignore, to like still fight without them. I think later, if Hellborn manages to keep up at this rate, I think they still have a really good chance. But if Legion keeps initiating, keeps getting those good picks, Legion is probably going to win this.
And that's going to be Hmnos Yaipen. So Moa here, 7-1. Midas 2-2. We've got pretty much Alonia and Dsham 2-2. Torture 2-2. Everyone else is like just kind of negative KDRs here. Behe with a big initiation. Hopping on 3, but it's not going to pay off. Defiler ult and the Rhapsody heal is just too strong. Behe's going to fall. Arma creating a lot of space for his team. Will fall at the Legion Tower in exchange 1-for-1 there. Score now 15-12.
Yep. Again, same thing. He goes in. That would have been a good initiation, if not for that Armadon, who's too close to his team.
Oh, Behe with the stun and Midas with the beautiful follow-up. Get the help of the cocktail. Behe kind of going in, getting picked again. He's a little bit too squishy to keep going in like that. Armadon creating a ton of space now with a 5v4 situation. They're going to push up on this tower, even without the Defiler ult. Arma going in behind tower, creating that space like we were talking about. but they're trading 1-for-1. He's kind of a little bit overextending, and he's like continuously facing them instead of turning back, I guess, and like letting his back take some of that damage. So he's trying to man up and create space, but I think he's just taking damage facing the wrong way a little bit. So there you go. He's trying, but you know, it is you get stunned in one way, you got to face that way until the stun's over. So Legion doing a great job with the stuns. 18-14 against these tanky tanks who've been dominating the river, and they're actually getting runes now. They're going in. Midas going in, getting runes. Moa not scared, walking up there and just getting the Merrick's rune. Both teams even and pretty much gold and experience here. Legion really competing, doing a great job, and I'm so surprised to see how well they're playing against this team. So.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing the advantages of having stuns versus none. Legion can just back up even behind their tower and then come right back once their stuns are back and just pick them off one at a time. So we're gonna see how Hellborn manages to deal with that. But right now, they need a way to lock down people. They need a way to be able to kill that Moa, kill that Midas who's stunning all of them.
He coming in with a nice stun, blocking off the Torturer and the Armadon, but Torture getting easily saved there by the Rhapsody, even behind the wall. Rhapsody in a great position to keep the Torture alive with the beautiful ulti there. Rhapsody, that's Victoria, just playing phenomenal this game with the saves.
Yep. Yeah. I think because we haven't been talking enough about him, I think the D-Sham on the Legion side right now is doing very well. He ults his own team to make sure that Armadon doesn't do as much damage, and Defiler. He's doing very well. He's doing his job. I like to see that. Alright, so I think there might be looking at cooldowns. I think B, he's waiting for his Fisher, and he might try to initiate again. He has ult. They might also wait for D-Sham ult at the same time. They should go in right now. Rhapsody ult is down. The only ult they really have to worry about is that Defiler ult.
It looks like both teams are just kind of harassing at the moment, waiting for an opportunity to find someone out of position, warding or hunting. Like they're going for rune here on the Armadon. Midas hopping in on Armadon, saying, "I'm not scared, I'm going in." Trying to get that rune, but might pay for it. Is taking a lot of damage walking back to the team. So.
Yep. Again, we see the disadvantage of having not enough stuns. Midas just able to run in there, stun the Armadon, and then walk out.
You know, Armadon taking an immense amount of damage here as well from the entire Legion team. So it's like everyone's kind of coordinating, trying to hunt someone, but with just being too tanky and with the supports, it's just kind of a little bit of a slow game this game. But I think that once these initiations, you know, start picking up a little more, he might be able to pick up a staff here and get in and out. It's gonna, and once Armor gets a little tanky, maybe gets staffed and starts rolling, and same thing with Shadowblade. Like as soon as he starts getting a little bit more buff, things are about to pick up real quick, and kills are about to be going back and forth here. I think pretty soon.
I think Mo again is doing like Arachna last game, being very like not making too much noise, making sure he's like not the center of attention, right? Trying to not get picked off, not be the focus of that Hellborn team.
And I love how aggressive both teams are being. They're like not scared at all, going into the river, trying to pick off people. He like, even though he's dying over and over again, he's like not scared. He's just like, I'm gonna go initiate, let's go, and yeah, let's have some fun, you know. And that's what Midwars is all about. Exactly.
Well, at the end of the day, I think we're here to have fun. I think both teams are here to have fun. I know there's a prize pool, but I think we're just here because we like Midwars. We like this game.
Yeah. Great game. Armadon a little bit overextended, might get stunned out here, getting tableted back to his team by Defiler.
Yep. I didn't notice, but Armadon going that barbed, such a good item to go on Armadon. He's able to just make the entire enemy team stop attacking him because of the way barbed works. He can just use it, and if Moa starts attacking him, he'll take no damage, but Moa will just kill him. Like, he'll just die. It's such a good item.
He noticed probably that Moa didn't get the Nullifier, right? So hey, might not be a good opportunity to get that barbed armor.
Exactly. And I don't think Moa's gonna go Nullifier at this stage of the game. I think he's gonna probably try to finish up either that wing bow, that shield breaker, go a few other items. I don't think rift shards at this stage. Maybe a whispering helm.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go health. I think he's gonna go life regen or health steal. Like,
Yep. Again, I'm not sure about elder. Maybe he'll go elder.
I think yeah, it's probably symbol.
Yep. I think more symbol.
So Bihi, with the Veiled Rot here, looking for an initiation. Legion ready for Bihi to hop in here. Bihi, Veiled Rot exposed. He's going in with the stun, trapping the Torture. Midas trying to follow up, will not get anything off here. Midas getting trapped by the Torture might be a little overextended and will also be just fine. So just like looking for hunts, right? Looking for someone out of position here. Going for the runes. Getting back out, yeah, just constantly looking for someone out of position. Everyone's just moving together, trying to make sure that they're backing up someone moving, doing something, whether you go ward or whether you go look, top or bot, they want to do it together because no one wants to be caught out.
Yep.
Oh, what a huge Storm Spirit on the Torture, making the Alonia ult useless. Bihi coming in with the counter done. Arma taking up, going straight for the Moa, saying Moa has too many kills, we need to take him out right away. Moa in trouble, going back to the base. Will stun Armadon at the tower, facing the tower, and Arma will fall right away, taking too much damage with the D-Sham armor. So just, man, Moa doing a lot of work with D-Sham by his side. Defiler getting caught out by the stun by Bihi. Will get followed up with another 2 stuns. Will get saved by another beautiful Rhapsody ult, and Defiler will make it out just fine. Hellborn actually able to turn this. Will catch 2, first catching the Alonia out of position, and then will take the D-Sham. And so Arma, a little bit overextended, will fall as well. So everyone trading 1 for 1 here. The score now 23-17. Fun action.
Yep.
What did you take away from that one, Nicholas?
There was so much going on. It's hard to keep track, but as we saw, I think. Oh, okay. It just keeps going. The action just won't stop. But I think what we saw is that Legion won that first fight. I think they should have backed up, but they probably got a bit too greedy. They wanted to get one more pick, and that ended up costing them a bit. But they're still on top. They have more XP. They're winning in XP, and they're equal in gold. So right now, Legion has the advantage.
And I thought Arma would be dominating on the other side of the river, and look at them scared on their side right now. They're stuck. They're not even in the river anymore. Okay, come on, Arma, get in there.
Yeah, look. Like I said, stuns wins games. Armadon can't do much if the enemy team can just run away back to their tower. Armadon's not tanky enough right now to just ignore the tower.
And that's due to the D-Sham and that armory, right?
Yeah,
like, so
exactly.
Just making it... All right, D-Sham with 21 assists here, doing massive work. That's QQ Batman doing an insane job helping his Moa out here.
Yeah, well, I don't think we're praising the D-Sham enough because he's doing a lot of work. He is countering the Defiler and the Armadon, making it very hard for Hellborn to initiate on them. All right, we'll see.
Legion going up and getting rune control now. Legion a little bit up in experience and pretty even in gold on both teams. Bihi with the big initiation on 2 will get Storm Spirited. Rhapsody with the counter ult trying to keep his team alive will do just that. Defiler, Torture, and Armadon pushing up here with Shadowblade doing a lot of carrying. Alonia trying to counter ult, but it's going to do pretty much nothing there. Defiler coming up, trying to get a pick here on the Alonia will finish her off. So the score now 23-20. Hellborn doing massive work that fight, saying, hey, you guys were in the river, that's where we belong. Oh, speaking of, they were staying in the river too wrong, and Defiler got picked there. Moa getting that kill on Defiler, also overextended just a little bit, and got cleaned up by Hellborn team. Armadon manning up here, trying to take the D-Sham out of his position, will do that, and Legion trying to exchange Shadowblade, will do that. So changing 1 for 1 here. Well, actually, D-Sham's still alive. Yeah, D-Sham finally gets fallen. So trading 1 for 1 here. The score now 26-22. Lots of action going on, but only able to take away 1 kill at a time.
Yeah,
you can see both teams just playing incredibly well.
There's so much going on, but like
Bihi with the stun, Moa following up on Rhapsody. Rhapsody a little bit in trouble at the tower. Will counter stun on the Midas. Midas trying to make it out alive. Will do just that, but will throw a stun back on the Shadowblade. and the Torture. Armadon trying to man up for the team will do just that and will get tableted out alive. Moa with the double damage is going to try and apply pressure to this tower while they can. Entire Hellborn team is low, and they are going to use the double damage and push up. So Behe going to man up on the Torture. Torture going to barely make it out alive, juking through the trees. Moa applying pressure to the tower, auto-attacking with the double damage, trying to take out this tower while they can, getting tableted up, is doing just fine. Defiler a little bit overextended, trying to protect the tower, will fall. Armadon trying to tank with the barbed armor is not going to be enough. Moa doing too much damage with the help of Dsham and staying alive with full health here. 28 to 22, but Legion just applying immense pressure here. That double damage really helped Moa push and win that fight, and that's why wound control is so important, especially this late in the game. And it's so surprising to see that Armadon did not have that rune control. Dsham in trouble here, a little bit of control, and Behe going in trying to help, getting stun on 3 will fall for his team. Dsham still in trouble, trying to make it alive, but trying to protect his team in the process. Like using the cape on Alonia selflessly, they both will fall. Awesome play by Batman there. Moa trying to get a pick here, will not focus the Armadon, but instead will change focus and go straight for the Torture, as he should. Behe coming in to help. Torture will fall. Moa, awesome focus there. Not bothered by the Armadon at all. Going straight for the Torture and getting the kill on his way back. So Moa just playing a fantastic job here, and that's Ozma. Got to give a shout out to him carrying fantastic here.
Yep. Now that he's starting to get items, I think Moa's starting to like put a bit more pressure. He's starting to be like, hey, you guys ignored me for too long. Now I'm here. Now I'm going to start doing damage.
And now Armadon is melting in 2 seconds.
Yep.
Like, so
yeah.
Hellborn really in trouble.
Surprisingly, actually, surprisingly, Moa went Rift Shards, and I think that's to make sure to melt that Shadow Blade, because that, as we know, Rift Shard scales off of health. So if Shadow Blade has a bunch of health and Moa crits, it's gonna kill him. It's gonna do a bunch of damage, and then if he gets lifesteal, the lifesteal will go off of that, and Moa will be very hard to kill.
And I love that Moa went crit and did not go lifesteal.
Yeah.
You know, a carry's job is to do damage. And the fact that he's not scared of dying, trust his support to keep him alive, trust his initiators to initiate, and he's being in the position where he needs to be, he's doing exactly what he needs to do, which is damage. He's carrying. He's carrying with damage.
Yeah, and I think, and here you go, he now has staff. That's to say, he did not have staff in that last fight. Now he does. He's going to do even more damage.
Oh my gosh. So Legion is about to come in and probably wipe the floor of this fight, because you saw him boosted with the DD, now imagine him boosted with the staff. Here he goes.
He's saying the armor. Sure, he's not going to do much damage against the Armadon, that's for sure. But he's still doing that so much damage, even with Armadon's tankiness.
Defiler ult's coming in, Dsham in a little bit of trouble using the cape and the heal. Moa trying to do some work here on Shadowblade before he falls, but will get taken out here by the entire Hellborn team. So that's just bad positioning by Master of Arms. Huge Defiler ults there to counter-initiate. Arma manning up here, saying, hey, Moa, you're pretty strong, but hey, look, I'm still an Armadon. I'm going to use my barbed armor at the right time and do some work. Behe with a huge initiation on 3, going to do a ton of work, but will fall. 3 still staying alive there, only taking 1 with that ult. So nice try by Behe. But man, just like huge back and forth here, trading 35 to 32. Midas a little bit overextended, trying to take the Rhapsody. Will get caught by the Rhapsody stun, and with the help of Armadon, Midas is going to fall there. So Legion applying pressure, staying on the Hellborn side, saying we're not going to allow you to farm or get Kong. We're going to keep you on your side and get rune control. And even though you're tanky as hell, we're not scared, you know. And I love to see that.
Yep. No, I think this is a different game from last one, but it is very interesting. A note to point out, I think we can see a bit of Shadowblade's advantage during this, but I think I'm going to have to hold that thought, because I think a fight's coming up, or not. Okay, they're just trying to see what they can do. Shadowblade switched off of strength to agility. I think he was like, all right, now's the time to start doing damage, start doing attack speed a lot more. So I'm going to go agility and also counter that Moa's Rift Shards. He's like, all right, you think you can do more damage to me because of that crit? No, I'm going to go agility now.
Okay, we got another fight happening here. So
Right.
D-Sham ult's going off, trying to signaling, hey, okay, time to fight. Moa in a little bit of trouble, overextended, gonna turn. Shadowblade chasing him, trying to use the Geometer's Bane is gonna work just fine. Moa, after the Geometer's Bane was used, forced to automatically attack someone else and not get the kill on Shadowblade, ended up working beautifully. So Legion coming out a little bit on top of that fight, even though Shadowblade had a great Geometer's Bane use there, and Moa did fall. The Legion team did end up using the AoE and still wiping that fight. So the score now 40-34 in favor of Legion. D-Sham a bit overextended. Arma trying to catch him. Torrent with a beautiful stun on D-Sham. Arma still doing work with the Shadow Blade. D-Sham's cape going off. Arma in a little bit of trouble. Bihi coming in with a beautiful stun, catching 3. Again, Moa trying to get away from the Shadow Blade. Bihi will fall after initiating. Moa fall getting away, and D-Sham fall, and Alonia, or sorry, Midas fall as well. So we've got Alonia in a little bit of trouble here, but we'll go up against 4 and is probably going to fall here as well. So the score now probably 41-39, a pretty even game. Both first towers missing, pretty even in gold and experience. I mean, all the way through, this has just been back and forth, 1 kill, 2 kill, 1 kill, 2 kill, 1 kill, 2 kill, one fight going one way, one fight going the other way. These teams are so even, it's insane.
Yeah, we keep seeing the back and forth, back and forth. One fight, Legion wins. Next fight, Hellborn wins. It just keeps going. So this is still anyone's games. They're equal on towers. They're equal in basically everything.
Armadon getting caught out, a little bit out of position. Will roll away with the staff boost. And that means he's got boosted there by Torture, so great staff boost by Torture.
Yep. Yeah, I think I think that was a good play to staff Armadon. It lets him initiate, lets him roll on those squishies a lot more. He might be able to shut down Moa a bit better, or even Midas. But yeah.
So Legion warding up, applying pressure on the Hellborn side, saying, hey, this is your side of the map, but we're going to live on it, and we're going to make sure that you can't do anything.
Yep.
And we're having total domination of the map right now, saying we want to win a fight on your side so that we can push your next tower.
Yep.
What do you think Hellborn's response to that is about to be?
Well, we can see Defiler and Torturer all the way in the flank there. I think they're trying to get right behind on that Moa.
Moa is out of position going for the tower, and like you said, they came up for the flank, got the Moa, melted him first. D-Sham not able to keep him alive using the cape on himself. Will fall. Alonia wiping that with the ulti. Will get a massive ult off, but it's not going to be enough damage because Moa is dead. They picked off the Moa first, as Hellborn is supposed to do, and what a beautiful flank there by Defiler and Shadowblade. Said, hey, you want to fight on our side of the river? Well, we're going to come up right behind you and flank you, and you're going to pay for that mistake. So now, instead, the Hellborn is like, okay, instead of being on your side of the river like you were, we're going to take this time and we're going to Kong, which is the smart thing to do. And I got to say, maybe that Midwars experience kind of coming in here. Noticing that there's a little bit of downtime, maybe they can take Kong, but actually they don't Kong in time. Legion is too fast to make it to Kong in time, they have to report back. So now Legion up at Kong, saying, hey, okay, we're here, maybe we can get this Kong. This is going to be interesting, so whoever gets this Kong might just win this game. Who's going to get it, folks? Money up now, here it goes, Kong is dead. Who's going to get it, Legion? Legion picks it up, D-Sham picks it up. Alright, huge ult by Alonia. Torture in a little bit of trouble, but D-Sham can't do much with the power rune. It looks like that ult is not going to decide, that rune is not going to decide this game. But what a fight for it was.
Oh yeah, I think that this ended up, I think Hellborn came out on top there. Even if Legion got that kill and that rune, just not enough. I think the kills that Hellborn got, now they're back on top, and now they're slowly getting that advantage. I think Armadon's finally starting to be so tanky that Legion can't really take care of him fast enough.
And even though D-Sham picked up the rune, technically Hellborn got the kill on that. So they got the golden experience for Zorg out there. And I think, yeah, like you said, ended up coming out on top, even though that was kind of a stalemate.
Yep.
Man, what a game.
Oh, and we can...
All right, Bihi initiating. Arma trying to say, hey, you're going to initiate. We're going to try and stop you for that, rolling back in. So now Hellborn playing on Legion's side of the map, saying, okay, we want to win a fight on this side so that we can take your tower. But no, maybe not. Maybe retreating. So we see both teams pretty even, going back to the river, it seems. And we'll see what happens. What an even game.
Yeah. And look at Armadon. He can just run in there alone, and they can't do anything about it.
Oh, looking for a flank again. They realized, hey, we took out the Moa first last time. Let's do it again. Shadowblade and Defiler looking for a flank on the Legion side. Can they find the Moa? They do. They find the Moa. They lock him down. Torture with a beautiful stun on Moa. Locks him down. Shadowblade trying to get the kill on Moa. Will kill the Moa first. And will they pay for it? They will. Hunting the Moa did not work out in their favor, as Hellborn is saying, hey, you might got our Moa, but we're going to take you out for it. Hellborn, Rhapsody coming in, trying to help his team. Defiler doing massive work here. Shadowblade saying, hey, okay, teams are down. We're going to push this tower. Shadowblade, with the help of Torture, really trying to take the Legion tower while they can to make that. Every time a tower is killed, there's an increase in 4 seconds of respawn time for that team. So desperately trying to get that second tower and get a little bit of advantage here for any fight, because everything is just so even. The score now 46-49. You know, Moa overextending for the tower the first time, getting flanked. Shadowblade overextending for the tower, getting flanked. Both teams really desperately trying to get this tower and getting flanked each time. You can see that the positioning is just so important here, and the fact that both towers are so low and the score is so even. I mean, this is just like the craziest game I've seen in a while.
All right. And all right, if we look at Moa, he just got his shrunken. I think this might help him for the next fight. He might be able to survive getting flanked by that Torture and Defiler like that keeps happening.
Yep, Legion pushing up here, saying, okay, we went for our tower, now we're going to push for your tower, we're going to apply pressure. We got one. They went ahead and took the Shadowblade out first. What a beautiful pick on the carry. Legion still applying the pressure, now going for everyone else since the carry is out. They're able to wipe out the Torture, the Armadon, and now they're going for the Defiler. Defiler in trouble here, trying to hold tower as long as he can. Will Storm Spirit and try to take the Midas 1v1. Tower will fall. Defiler trying to stay alive with the heart, is doing a fantastic job. Beautiful port by Shadowblade to come in and help. But Shadowblade too weak. Oh, using the Geo's Blade right in time. Might barely make it out with 1 HP. Will do just that, walking away with 30 HP there. Midas getting stunned by the Rhapsody is in a little bit of trouble, but will port out just fine. Armadon applying the pressure here to Alonia, who have overextended. Alonia is probably going to fall, even though trying to get help with the save of the Behe. It's not going to be enough. Behe coming in on Rhapsody, stunning the Rhapsody and hitting the Rhapsody. Rhapsody healing herself and walking away just fine. Dsham in a little bit of trouble here, getting tasted by the Torturer, will fall. So the score now 51-53. Midas in a little bit of trouble is going to walk away. Torture, Master of Arms, using himself as bait, getting caught by the Behe here. Behe coming in with a beautiful stun and initiation, landing a stun on 3. Will get the Rhapsody. Moa coming in, will fall to the Torturer. Torturer manning up there and taking out the Moa when Moa was trying to get picked there. So what a beautiful fight, manning up by Torturer there. Hellborn going to use this time to take the Transmutant Stein, grab the eyes, and get a little bit of experience here.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think in the end, Hellborn came out on top slightly, but not that much. They did lose tower. That's pretty bad. They can't afford to have a fight like that again. That might cost them the game.
Yeah, so the score now 51-56. Hellborn gonna say, okay, you applied pressure at our tower last time. We're gonna apply pressure on your side this time. So Hellborn coming up, Arma going in, going straight for the Moa first. Moa in a little bit of trouble here. Arma so tanky, taking tank damage for the whole team. Alonia trying to stop the Hellborn team from helping Arma, is going to use the ulti on the rest of the team, trying to create a little bit of space, and it's going to work. Arma is going to fall in the meantime, but so is Alonia. Dsham trying to keep his team alive is going to fall as well. So Midas going in, beautiful stun there, and beautiful damage, but it's not going to be enough. Hellborn really showing their strength here, is not only going to push in on the Moa and on the Dsham, but they're going to start going straight for that base here. So
yeah,
Behe coming in, trying to hold base, holding the Defiler and the Shadowblade hostage here, but it's not going to be enough. Moa coming in, trying to take that Shadowblade. It is. With the help of his team, they are able to take the Moa down. So the score now 53-60. Legion saying, hey, you might have won that fight, but you're not going to take this base just yet. We're still in this fight, and you applied pressure on our side last time. We're going to apply pressure on your side this time and see if we can get someone. And if we can win a fight on your side, maybe, just maybe, we can take your base before it's too late. So Moa really desperate here, trying to counter-initiate, trying to counter-push. Behe with a big PK in to stun, gets sheeked right away and not able to get the stun off, which is terrible for Legion. Legion now with no initiation, overextended onto the Hellborn side, getting caught out. Moa in a little bit of trouble here. Arma picking him off. Oh no, Legion desperately in trouble, and what a huge sheep That huge sheep by Defiler on Behe at the perfect time. Might have just won Hellborn this game, and that Defiler is going to be Beth Raisin. Shout out to Beth Raisin on the perfectly timed sheep on that Behe. All right, Alonia coming out. Will get picked. Hellborn flying immense pressure. Behe trying to counter stun and take one. Will take the Rhapsody for that. But is it going to be enough? Hellborn not only getting kills, but applying pressure on the base. Shadowblade taking base. Midas trying to stop him. Will sheep him. Will stun him. Is it going to be enough? Can they hold the base? Dsham in a little bit of trouble. Hellborn taking not only the Midas, not ignoring the Dsham, going straight for the base. Trying to take this game. Will Hellborn take it? And straight out of my bed with the victory!
That end was very, very cool. I loved everything about it. I loved how Defiler managed to counter that initiation with a sheep stick. She saw him coming.